my name is Lindy Sherries and I used to be a Sangoma. In this channel, I talk about everything, guys. Abokorobela, the secrets that we were taught not to share with you guys, how we used to trick you guys, the spirits, how everything works when you go to a Sangoma for consultation, yamatambo. So whether you believe in God or don't believe in God, please check out this channel so we can talk about it. If you believe in God, let's share the gospel. If you don't believe in God, you can check out the channel too. I want to hear your opinion and I want people to actually share their opinion, not insulting me without saying why. Thank you, and I'll see you on my channel.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me right here in Solomon's Temple. I'm Solomon Izani Shams, and it's so good to be with you. I hope you are doing well. How was your day? What were you up to today? Please let us know in the comment section. That is comment box. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know how you are doing. That's important. Let's interact. I want to hear from people in Kenya, in Nigeria, in the US, in Europe, all across the beautiful African continent. And I hope you had a great weekend. So I want to briefly talk about an incident. Anyway, before I talk about an incident that just happened last Sunday, yeah, I see Miriam, who is here. She's listening and watching from Syria. Great to have you here, Miriam. So sad what's happened in Syria. Success. We are well. And I hope you are well also. Success. Sitle and love. Good to have you here. And so I want to talk about an incident that happened Sunday in a church in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. Sorry, not Lagos, Abuja, Nigeria. The church is House on the Rock, the Refuge. And House on the Rock is it's a great church whose branches across, Nigeria, in South Africa here, up in the UK. Been to the church in the UK. Matter of fact, I must confess, I was ordained as a pastor at House on the Rock many years ago. I was ordained as a pastor at House on the Rock. So I'm talking about a church that I know. So what happened was the pastor, one of the pastors, that's the pastor in charge, the lead pastor of the House of Refuge in Abuja, was preaching and teaching about how false prophets have taken over, how false prophets have become a menace to society. Now you can imagine, a pastor in church with an AK-47, and AK-47 is just not is not just a gun. It's like it is a gun. What would you do? Just see your pastor with a gun, AK-47. AK-47 is one of the sophisticated guns that you use, when you are in like major wars. A lot of the Middle Easterns, all this kind of conflict in Afghanistan, that's a very them. Now he was preaching about false prophets. Sangomas have become pastors. Babalawos have become pastors. And he used an illustration of, how we need to defend ourselves. Anyway, let me not say much. Let me share the video with you so you can see it.
We're used to traditional medicine. Because you can't go to Babalawo anymore, you go to consult a pastor. So pastors have become Babalawos wearing suits. Or can I tell you the truth? So they tell you have to do certain things in order to grab you and to grip you. And unfortunately, not all pastors, but there are some pastors who are operating under the spirit of divination. They know how to read palms. They're not different from palm readers or diviners. So they can look at you, tell you about your past, the things that happened in your family tree some years ago, and you think that this is a prophet. How many people in Jesus' lifetime did Jesus tell things about their past? How many people in the lifetime of all the apostles did he look at and began telling them things about their past? There are certain things that has nothing to do with the gospel. God is not a magician. God is not a diviner. Yes, he knows everything from the past to the future, but he does not use your past to manipulate you. That is why we need to carry our guns and defend our faith.
There you go. That's why we need to carry our guns. And you can see him. Here's a photo of him. You can see a good shot of the gun to defend your faith, right? These are some of the photos. That's him around the auditorium, the church. You can see this shot also from here. Now it became a big deal for a lot of people. Let me play it for you again. Listen carefully to what he said. Please listen.
We're used to traditional medicine. Because you can't go to Babalawo anymore, you go to consult a pastor. So pastors have become Babalawos wearing suits. Or can I tell you the truth? So they tell you have to do certain things in order to grab you and to grip you. And unfortunately, not all pastors, but there are some pastors who are operating under the spirit of divination. They know how to read palms. They're not different from palm readers or diviners. So they can look at you, tell you about your past, the things that happened in your family tree some years ago, and you think that this is a prophet. How many people in Jesus' lifetime did Jesus tell things about their past? How many people in the lifetime of all the apostles did he look at and began telling them things about their past? There are certain things that has nothing to do with the gospel. God is not a magician. God is not a diviner. Yes, he knows everything from the past to the future, but he does not use your past to manipulate you. That is why we need to carry our guns and defend our faith.
That is why we need to carry our guns and defend our faith. So the whole illustration with the gun there is for you to defend yourself, not to take advantage of somebody, but to defend that which is the most important part of your life, your faith. You see, for me, this illustration really carried the message across, because now we know it is serious. That is not a time to play around. That is Pastor Uche Agbe, right? The pastor of House on the Rock, a refuge in Abuja, Nigeria. And I love the fact that this video went viral, the photos went viral, because now we have to talk about the damage that false prophets have caused, how it is important for you to bring out your best weapon and fight them. And I'm not talking about physical fight here. I'm talking about fighting to make sure your faith is not defiled. The faith of your family members, the faith of your friends, the faith of people that you meet is not defiled. It is serious business. Some people are saying, well, nobody is allowed to carry a gun in Nigeria. It is illegal for a civilian to carry a gun. But matter of fact, how do you know the gun is actually a real gun? Maybe he just got that just for illustration. Maybe it's not even a real gun. But the fact is, the message has been driven home. People, we're at the stage where we need to fight to keep our faith. We're at the place where we need to fight, we need to help other people to fight and keep their faith. And that is what Pastor Uche was saying. It is not child's play. It is not a joke anymore. When divination is rampant over our pulpits across Africa, pastors have become diviners. They have become sangomas. They have become babalawos. They have become herbalists, witch doctors. This is serious business, guys. And this illustration with the AK-47, for me, drove home the message, the importance of really doing whatever it takes to protect and defend our faith. Some people think it's a joke. I went to prison myself, defending the faith. I was attacked. My family was attacked for defending the faith. I was taken to court several times. I was black. I was haunted, threatened my life for defending the faith because of these false prophets that I've been exposing. This is not, you have to Your faith needs to be the most important thing for you. And you have to tell yourself, like, look, you would do whatever it takes to defend it. Because these false prophets, they're not joking. They're not joking around. They come for you. They come for your money. They come for your wealth. They come for your soul. And they come for everything. And they will leave you high and dry, like they left so many innocent, gullible, blind people. So I love the fact that we're actually talking about this, because you're going to read about the AK-47, but why was he with the AK-47 in the pulpit? Because he's talking about false prophets, people using divination, calling themselves prophets and pastors and apostles and bishops. Oh, excuse me. There are so many of them. It's time to get serious, people. And it's time to get serious and carry your gun like this. The helmet of salvation, the sword of the Spirit, the belt of truth, the shoe of peace. Guys, it's serious. Please consider. We need to get all our best weapons out and continue to fight, not just for yourself, but for people. The fact is, people like me need to help people whose faith are not strong enough or who's been taken advantage of. And I get messages from people over and over again telling me, thank you so much, what I've been through, what I've experienced, and thank you so much for being there. That's what we need to do. We need to stand in the gap for others. We need to be intercessors for others. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you. Please make sure you subscribe. Shalom.